So first I'd want to ask you what you think about the Lakers. I'm going to go in order here, but give me your Andre Miller scouting report on where you think the Lakers are right now, having now just moved Portland out and getting ready for the winner of OKC versus Houston.
I think the Lakers, I'm a diehard Laker fan, and I want to see them win. I do want to see LeBron win another championship. But I think they really miss Rondo. I think LeBron has been on as great as he is and, facilitator. I think he needs a break at times, let somebody else handle the ball. And I think when they do run into the Clippers, that's going to possibly be a problem. I'm worried about Anthony Davis because he's one bad fall from breaking the wrist, or, you never know, if a one bad fall, or, a turf toe or something, you never know, so, I like the Lakers' chances. I also like the Clippers, but it seems like, I'm a big person on, turning the switch on and off. And I just think those guys have missed entirely too much time throughout the year. And, now it's a level playing field, because everybody missed time. But, just to be able to turn on that switch, I think the Clippers just have more – I think the Clippers have more playmakers.
This has been my thing in siding with the Clippers since the season started. They've got multiple wing defenders to guard LeBron James, and this is going to come down to whether or not Anthony Davis can be the best player in a series. That's what it's going to come down to. And on a stage like that, where it's that or not, is that a bust? I see more of a bust than him actually being able to come through. Because at the end of the day, if LeBron is cooking, you can put Kawhi on LeBron, and they're not going to cancel each other out, but they still have Paul George on the wing. And you can rotate guys on Anthony Davis because he hasn't proven it at that level yet. I think he's the big question mark, because we know what LeBron brings to the table. We know what vets like Rondo going to bring to the table. We know JaVale McGee is going to give you 15 minutes of something. We know Dwight Howard can come in and give you 10 minutes of something. We don't know what Anthony Davis can do at this level when he's playing against a high-intensity, high-level defensive team.
Well, I think we know what Anthony Davis can do is how he does it.
True.
He's gonna get his 25, 30, 12, 13, 14 rebounds, 5, 6 assists, 3 or 4 blocks, but it's how he gets those points. At that, it's easy for him to get those points, but he has to impose his will on the game, meaning that he has to go under the basket and put pressure on the defense. But the Clippers, if he wants to shoot those jumpers, the Clippers not going to mind that. They'd rather have him out there shooting jumpers and jabs from 18, 20 feet than under the rim playing jump hook and, putting people under the basket. So I think it's more of how he imposes his will on the game, because everybody else will pretty much be controlled. That the advantage is right there. LeBron is going to get his too, but, you're dealing with 3 defenders over there, 3 or 4 defenders that can be a headache for LeBron, for 7 games at this point in his career.
Andre, as a fellow Laker fan like you, I've been saying it since this restart started. LeBron's going to get his. AD's going to get his. Kawhi's going to get his. Paul George is going to get his. I've been saying it, and it's what's the one scary thing about the Lakers is that it's about what Danny Green does. It's about what Kyle Kuzma does. If those guys are shooting terribly like they started in the bubble, they're in trouble. Even this last game against the Blazers, both LeBron and AD killed it, and they barely won because Danny Green had a bad game and Kuzma had a bad game. So do you agree with that statement, that is kind of what it's going to come down to the Lakers, is the shooting of the other guys, KCP, Danny Green, Kyle Kuzma?
Yeah, that's pretty much on both sides. You still – those guys got to catch and shoot the ball a lot more, whereas the Clippers, they got guys that are hitting the boards, getting offensive rebounds. You got guys that are playmakers that actually know how to get to – Lou Williams probably going to get to the free throw line 8 or 9 times a game. So it's playmakers making plays and easy baskets for everybody else with the Clippers. And the Danny Greens and the Kuzmas of the world, knocking down shots. And, if the Lakers have to play a half-court game, they're gonna probably struggle because, that defense on the Clippers is gonna lock up, in half court.
Hey, Andre, Danny Green has been struggling. That's obvious. But at this point in his career, you've kind of been there. What can a guy do to get his game back on track? Is it more just
he'll show up. I mean, this is a guy that has my respect. I was able to sit in the locker room with him for 3 months my last year, and San Antonio from February to whenever the playoffs was over. That guy's a professional. So I mean, more often than not, you go through ups and downs as a shooter, but the thing is, he's not scared to shoot the ball. Sometimes the ball doesn't go in, and that happens. But one thing, he's going to defend. He's going to make some big plays. He's just not going to be out there and go 2 for 10 or 3 for 11 or 0 for 7 or whatever. He's going to be out there and he's going to make a difference. And it doesn't always have to be just shooting the ball. And that's why he's on the court. Same with Caldwell Pope. Those guys are going to be able to defend, and they're going to make LeBron's job a lot easier. And, them making shots, that's a plus. That's a plus,
Yeah.
And, I mean, after that, it's just defending and because you're going to get 30. You're going to get 30 from AD, and you're going to get somewhere from 25 to 30 from LeBron, depending on how he approaches the game each night.